Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving right into exactly how you can install IPTV on a Fire TV stick. Now, if you aren't familiar, IPTV, which stands for Internet Protocol Television, has become an absolutely massive way to stream live TV channels and on-demand content through apps, completely stepping away from traditional cable or satellite setups. So, if you've recently subscribed to an IPTV service and you want to actually watch it on your TV, you're in the right place. This guide is going to walk you through the entire installation process step by step, from prepping your device to configuring your very first playlist. Let's get right into it. Here is our quick roadmap for today. We're going to prep your Fire TV, get the downloader app, install your IPTV player, connect your subscription, and finally, customize and test the playback. It's totally manageable, and we'll have you streaming in no time.
Now, before we actually start installing things, there is a really crucial distinction we have to make. IPTV apps are just media players. They are essentially empty shells. They do not include any channels, movies, or content on their own. What this means is that you will need an active subscription from an IPTV provider to actually watch anything. And let's talk about the engine that makes all of this work, your internet connection. A solid, stable connection of at least 25 megabits per second is really what you should be aiming for to guarantee smooth, high-definition streaming without those annoying hiccups or buffering screens.
But hey, if you're setting up a home theater and you plan on watching glorious 4K content, you're absolutely going to need a bit more bandwidth. For 4K streaming, make sure your internet speed is hitting 50 megabits per second or higher.
All right, let's run through a really quick pre-flight checklist so you are fully equipped for this. You need 4 things: a Fire TV stick connected to Wi-Fi, an active IPTV subscription, your login credentials from that provider, which is usually an M3U URL or an Extreme Codes login, and of course, that fast internet connection we just talked about. Got all that? Perfect.
Step 1. Prep your Fire TV.
So most IPTV player apps aren't going to be sitting directly inside the official Amazon App Store, which means we need to tell your device it's okay to install apps from outside sources. Grab your remote. From your Fire TV home screen, just go over to Settings, select My Fire TV, or it might just say Device on some older models, choose Developer Options, and then turn on Apps from Unknown Sources. It'll give you a little warning prompt. Just select Turn On to confirm.
You know, you might hear the term sideloading thrown around in forums or guides. Sideloading is literally just the process of installing applications via outside tools instead of clicking Download in the official App Store. And I want to reassure you right now, this is a completely standard, fully supported feature on Fire TV devices. You're just using the hardware exactly as it was designed to be used.
Moving right along to Step 2. Get the downloader app.
The absolute easiest way to install these unlisted apps is through a handy utility called Downloader. And great news, this specific tool actually is available right in the Amazon App Store. So on your Fire TV home screen, go to Find, then hit Search. Type in the word Downloader and select it from the results. Click Get or Download to install it onto your stick, and once that finishes, go ahead and open it up.
Okay, Step 3. Install your IPTV player.
Quick vocabulary check before we type anything in. We need an APK. An APK is simply the installation file required for your chosen IPTV player app, and we're going to fetch it via a direct download link. When you signed up for your IPTV provider, their setup instructions almost certainly supplied you with a recommended link to type in to get this specific file.
So let's use that downloader app to get our APK. With Downloader open, navigate straight to the URL field. Carefully enter that direct download link for the IPTV player app you plan to use. Press Go to start downloading it. Once it's completely downloaded, a prompt will pop up. Just select Install. And right after the installation completes, simply choose Open to launch the player right then and there.
Now, if your provider didn't recommend a specific app, don't sweat it. There are a bunch of highly popular media players out there that have official download pages. Apps like IPTV Smarters Pro, TiviMate, or Smart STB are all fantastic choices. But again, always double-check your provider's setup instructions first, just to see what they recommend.
That brings us to Step 4. Connect your subscription.
This is where the magic happens. We have to connect the empty player to your actual content. There are 2 standard ways IPTV providers deliver this. You're usually going to be given either Option A, an M3U playlist URL, or Option B, an Extreme Codes API login. Keep in mind, these credentials always come directly from your subscription provider, never from the player app itself. Let's break down exactly how you input both of these options.
If your provider gave you an M3U link, you'll go with option A. Open your brand new IPTV Player app and select Add New User or Add Playlist. Choose M3 URL as the playlist type. Then you're going to carefully type or paste in that super long M3U link provided by your service. Give the playlist a name just for your own reference, something simple like My IPTV. Hit save and boom, the app will automatically load your channel list.
But what if you were given option B, an Extreme Codes API? Honestly, the process is just as easy, it just asks for a few different text fields. Open the app and select Add New User. Choose Extreme Codes API as the login type. Now, instead of one massive link, you're going to enter the server URL, your username, and your password exactly as they were provided by your service. Save the profile, give the app a moment to sync, and your content will populate.
Finally, Step 5. Customize and test playback.
The hard part is totally over. Now we just make it feel like home. Let's talk about the EPG, or the Electronic Program Guide. This is that classic TV guide-style view displaying what's currently airing and what's coming up next. When you enable this feature in your app, it completely recreates that familiar, traditional cable box feel right on your screen.
Most of these IPTV apps let you deeply customize the whole experience. You can create favorites by starring frequently watched channels for instant access later. If your provider supplies the metadata, you can sort all your channels into neat categories like news, sports, or kids. Absolutely enable that EPG we just talked about. Oh, and definitely take a look at your playback settings. Increasing your buffer size in the app settings can actually be a real game changer for reducing interruptions if your internet connection gets a bit slow. All right, before you grab the popcorn and hit the couch, let's do a quick quality check. Select a live channel just to confirm it loads up quickly without excessive buffering. Test out the fast forward and rewind functions on an on-demand movie. Check your audio and subtitle options to make sure they work. And hey, if a channel happens to fail to load, don't panic. Simply double-check that your M3U URL or Extreme credentials were entered correctly, making absolutely sure there are no extra spaces or sneaky typos.
And that is literally the whole shebang from start to finish. By just taking things step by step, transforming your Firestick into this massive customized media library is incredibly straightforward. So the only question left is, are you ready to finally cut the cord and stream your first custom IPTV playlist tonight? Grab your remote, follow these steps, and unlock a whole new world of entertainment. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and happy streaming.